Whispers dance where the eagles fly. The earth it hums, a warning cry. The world awaits the break of dawn.
Stealing hand, hearts ignite, echoes call through endless night. Rise up, the dawn is near. The call of legends loud and clear, through fire and frost.
And we are back. We'll put Panthea in the corner until she. Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Like, oh, hello there. We are here. We are back. We are back. Sam will be back next Tuesday. Callista will be back as well next Tuesday. So tonight we are flying with the Chaos Pack as they decide what to do next after a long rest at the Laughing Lamia. And on that note, where we last left off, the session began with the introduction of Zatina, a gnome wizard sent by Lamia, who arrived at the cemetery just as a clasp hit squad launched an ambush. The enemy force, consisting of ghouls, tabaxi battle wardens, and a wizard, trapped the party inside the crypt where they were interrogating Fetch. The battle ensued. Eldira used illusions to distract the wardens. Bludgeon and Cassandra held the line while Lyra cast Moonbeam. However, the enemy wizard cast Fireball into the confined space, dealing massive damage, and our first death of the campaign so far, killing Eldira instantly. Rymic used an ancestral blessing to freeze Eldira's body, preserving her for a chance at revival. Zatina avenged the fall by slaying the enemy lizard with Magic Whistle and Toll the Dead, ending the combat. Desperate to save their friend, the party rushed Eldira's body to a nearby, seemingly abandoned temple of the Stormlord. A mysterious, kindly old priest emerged from the shadows and performed a ritual to resurrect her. During the ritual, Bludgeon experienced a recovered memory of a burning encampment in Vasselheim and a woman with a chromatic wolf. Rymic heard whispers of hope from the ancients. Eldira awoke holding a golden acorn and leaf, physical remnants of a vision she had of the sun tree while on the threshold of death. While Cassandra took the stabilized Fetch to Sister Lethwin for safekeeping, Lyra and Zatina deciphered a map found on one of the attackers. It revealed the mysterious wagon is located at the old Temple of Helm in the Temple District. The wagon is covered in infernal ruins and lacks a driver's bench, suggesting it moves magically. A pickup is scheduled for midnight in 2 days, signed by the General. The group debriefed over drinks. Eldira drew a death card signifying transformation. In a moment of curiosity, the group opened the stolen ceramic jar, accidentally releasing a gaseous entity that floated out the nearby window. The session concluded with the party taking a long rest. So with that in mind, everyone can go ahead and click off a long rest. We're now back in the tavern. You guys all awake the following morning to the sounds of the tavern down below. Sounds of the streets outside coming alive. It's the beginning of a new day. What would you guys like to do with the day?
Do we have an opportunity to tinker around before we get up and out?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you don't expect the wagon to be of an issue until tomorrow at midnight.
Got it. Remember, I have an asp snake.
You do.
Is there any way I can harvest poison from it?
You can start by giving me a animal handling check.
All right. Oh, 21.
21. And now give me sleight of hand with advantage.
15.
15. Roll a d6 if you would, please.
Six.
You managed to milk about 6 uses of asp venom. So you have 6 doses of asp venom. It is a con DC of 14 or higher to resist the poison effect as well as to resist taking poison damage. And it does 3d6 poison damage if used.
Very good. I will go ahead and apply it to the longsword. Is that one application?
Yeah, an application will last up to an hour, so you may want to use it when you know things may turn sour.
But one application per weapon, or one
Correct.
application for the heavy crossbow bolts. 3 of them.
Correct.
All right.
So I'd imagine all of you wake up to Bludgeon hanging out on the veranda of the room. He's got a snake in his hand, and he's kind of milking it into a ceramic jar for the poison. He kind of finishes what he's doing, puts the snake back into the pockets of his vest, and then puts a little little bit of wax cloth, seals it over the little venom jar. That's what you'd be seeing Bludgeon doing if you were to wake up in the morning.
Just has the snake riding around in his pocket.
Pretty much. That he stole from one of the warehouses. Xander, I saw that look on your face.
Don't seem very practical keeping dangerous snake in your pocket. Makes me want to ask, is that a snake in your pocket, or are you happy to see me this morning?
Lyra walks by you and kind of brushes your tail really quick, like a soft, like you would a cat, right? Just can't resist the urge to brush your tail really quick. And as she walks by you, she just kind of laughs and goes, "Well, he looks pretty happy to me," and kind of like bounds down the stairs into the tavern.
I go.
Well, everyone's quite chipper this morning.
Time for
Yes.
breakfast.
I take my breakfast to go. I need to go shopping.
Rymek, you are always trying to get away from us.
Yes, it does seem like that, don't
Needs a
it?
leash. I'll make him a leash.
Well, dear, why don't I accompany you in the market so you're not alone?
Very well. You sure you're up to it after your harrowing adventure last night?
You know what they say, if you fall off a horse, you get back on right away, or else you'll never ride a horse again.
I would just shoot it in the throat, but okay.
I admire your humor, Rymek.
I'm working on the jokes. I don't think they're landing, but it's okay. It's okay. I keep at it.
So as long as you guys eat one of the meals, the breakfast meal, you will have 3 temporary hit points for the day.
All right. Yes. Is Lamia back?
No, as you come downstairs, you see Simon managing.
Simon? Can I have 2
yes.
breakfast sandwiches to go?
I will bring you the necessary ingredients, and then you can, of course, turn them into a sandwich if you choose to.
Yes,
What
quite.
kind of
We're
service
in a
is
bit of a
that?
hurry.
We're in a hurry.
Yeah, I gathered. Simon yells, Abigail, 2 platters. That table over there. Yeah, that table. Yeah. Good on you. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry.
That table over there, you know, the annoying shits that keep coming in here and demanding things.
Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, that's it. Oh, wait, I do have something here for you. A messenger brought it this morning. You got to update your name, Panthea, or else I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
start calling you Panthea.
Eldira?
Eldira, this came for you this morning.
I understand. Ah, is it a death threat?
Would you like it to be? I mean, is that your thing?
No, it's all right. It's just
I mean, I get you're kind of dark and whimsical, but I'm just curious. Rumor has it you died yesterday. At least that's what people are saying.
yes, and that is but a rumor.
Ugh, that's good. Just say you look pretty good for a dead person.
Well, thank you.
Walking around and here your message. Yeah, here you go.
All right, I open it.
Yeah, he hands you a little folded piece of paper. It is from Lamia. She's currently up in the shale. She expects to be back in about a week's time. But inside the folded up message is a kind of little trinket, like a little gold coin with a hole punched through it. And then there's some strange writing on it. And then she, at the bottom of her message, she says, meant to share this with all of you before I left. I left it with the messengers to bring back to Simon once they got my message. Don't know much about it. This coin was found recently by Dariax. He said he picked it up from the warehouse when he was taken captive by Padway. Don't know if it can help or not, but it was a strange coin. Meant to leave it for you all, and I forgot to. My apologies. See you in a few days. Signed, Lamia.
Huh.
As you
Quite
stare at the coin,
interesting.
you instantly recognize the writing. The writing on the coin seems to match some of the writing on the wagon sketch that you saw. There are little infernal insignias on the coin.
Ooh, I speak Infernal. And can read and write.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually.
Oh.
I just realized I didn't.
Oh,
A warlock doesn't know Infernal? Oh my gosh. That's treacherous.
I can ritual cast comprehend languages and
you're not
while
there.
I'm eating my breakfast.
You're not there.
Oh,
You're not there.
I thought we
No.
were all down in the.
No.
Well, Eldira is over at the bar talking to Simon. The rest of you are gathered at the table eating breakfast. So I leave it to Eldira to decide if she's sharing the letter with everybody.
Yes, I will. I'll move over.
Okay.
I have the impression that Lamia believes in me, but unfortunately, as a warlock, I do not speak this language, but I am familiar with some of it. Seems to be infernal. Do any of you want to have a go at it?
Bludgeon will take a look at it. Who knows where he's been?
Zatina, are you going to ritual cast languages now? Comprehend languages?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start that 10-minute activity. Bludgeon, give me a religion check as you examine the coin.
And
10?
Yeah.
The only thing that's curious about the coin for you is that somebody has purposely stamped a hole through the center of the coin, which strikes out the identification of what kingdom or what period this coin would have come from. They've purposely etched in like little symbols and words along the edge of the coin, which tells you this was probably used in some kind of ceremony, but you're not really sure what kind.
Okay.
Ten minutes goes by, Zatina, as your spell invokes. The infernal writings that you're reading are symbols denoting that this coin is intended for a gate to be utilized in either a gate ceremony spell or some kind of spell related to either teleportation or the movement through some kind of magical portal, perhaps.
Would and I'll tell the group that.
Okay.
Would it seem like this was like the anchor for the portal, or was it?
No, well, give me a religion check on that. I'll give you advantage because you can read the coin technically.
That is an 18.
18. This coin feels like it's part of a ceremony to activate something. Whether it's specifically designed for a unique kind of teleportation or a specific gate, you're not entirely sure. But you get the feeling that somebody has created a material component for the use of a magical gate.
Yeah, I'll tell the group that.
Okay.
Hmm. Interesting. A magical gate. An interesting wagon. Some weird time-lapse continuum. Dragons. What else is there in this life?
What do we think is in this wagon?
I'm quite intrigued to find out.
Is it a control a dragon kind of object? Is it a dragon itself? The wagon's locked in it.
Ooh, what if it's the dragon itself?
You know, I hate to go up to it and open the door and like you get greeted by something.
I mean, dragons are pretty big. I wouldn't imagine one would really fit in a wagon.
Quite. Perhaps a youngling or even a batch of eggs.
Yeah.
But why specifically infernal?
It's a great question.
Well, what does that mean? Does it mean magical? Does it mean evil? Does it mean?
I mean, infernal's the language of devils.
Yes, quite. The lawful evil of the bunch.
All right. By definition, not good.
And typically, or I don't know, dragons and devils typically don't interact with each other, do they?
No
No,
mating
sometimes
ritual
they
of note?
do.
I don't know of any
Tia-
mating ritual.
Tiamat, doesn't she reside in the hells? Or is imprisoned there?
Tiamat. That's a myth.
There's
What
a lot of things that are birthed in myths, my friend.
What do
Yes,
we-
shopping. Were we not
Yes,
going?
like shopping.
On a lighter note.
We had some kind of drawing of the wagon.
Yep, you have a schematic of it that you found on one of the bodies.
And what did we learn from that?
That it's a very unusually created, like the wagon's design is not like a typical wagon. There's no place for someone to sit and tether to horses. There's no traditional kind of there's no descriptor of how it moves. It's reinforced with heavy iron and metal. The wheels are strangely constructed. It definitely is not what you would call a typical wagon.
Okay. And right now, we believe that wagon is in a warehouse, but it is going to be delivered to
The Temple District. Yeah, it's believed that it's somewhere in the promenade, stored in a warehouse. The expectation is at some point the wagon is going to make its way over to the Temple District and in front of the old temple dedicated to Helm, which is where you guys encountered all those tabaxi.
Right.
That doesn't
Maybe.
sound.
Maybe we should go shopping and maybe casually stroll by that area, but not get in trouble. Just see if we can find the actual warehouse.
We could if we had our shopping bags. I'm sure that we wouldn't stand out.
I could put on my stellar disguise again. It was a mustache.
So everybody told you that, when you do disguise, it's to hide yourself, not point attention to yourself. I don't know. I don't think you quite understand the mechanic behind disguise.
Well, we'll try again.
I mean, I will walk 10 feet behind you when you do that. But we can talk about this later. I really want to go shopping. I've eaten my breakfast sandwich, which I had to make myself. No thanks to the bartender. And
Yeah, you're welcome.
Legend just grabs a handful of bacon.
I imagine the other half of it goes in your pocket for pocket bacon.
before it feeds it to the snake in the pocket.
Yeah.
You see like a little bit of like the oil that's like oil stains in the pocket. Legend, you're going to ruin your clothes.
That's all right. They're old.
Yeah, like his century-old trousers are gonna look worse.
Right, let's hop to.
Lyra says she's gonna go over to the temple to see how Fetch is doing and see if there's new information from him and Cassandra, leaving the four of you to head into the promenade. Anything in particular that anyone is looking for?
I need a shield, maybe some cool arrows or some sort of trap that I could lay out when we're tracking or hunting. But definitely a shield.
Okay.
Anything that makes us invisible, quiet, undoes locks, dispels magic.
Everybody give me perception checks, if you would, please. You can make a choice, perception or investigation, since you're kind of in amongst the crowded market of the promenade.
Man, these rolls suck.
17.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use real dice now. All day I've been having this problem.
16 investigation.
Okay. 17, 16. What else do we got?
Oh, that was
Oh, I
weird.
got a 3.
Oh, a 3?
Uh-huh.
Well, the dice said 1, but the tracker says 7, so 15.
It's 15? Okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
Fair enough.
Unless it was a 7 that looks like a 1. Could have been.
So, Bludgeon, as you are perusing the many tables and kiosks that are kind of all around you, I would say there's one particular vendor that catches your eye. She is kind of a pretty plain clothes wearing female with long brown hair. And she's operating out of 3 wagons that are kind of all put together. And she's got the backs of the wagons open. She's got tables out. There's a pretty decent crowd around her. And as you kind of like peruse the items on the table, what are things that you're specifically looking for? Lockpicks, things to help you move silently. What else?
I'm looking for a cloak of... Oh, just for Bludgeon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also be looking for a wire, a strangling wire, or something I can fashion, because he has an old garrote now. Maybe up the weapon quality.
Yeah. It's interesting because as you're looking at one of the tables, you realize that the table is kind of... You guys have seen this before, actually, when you've been shopping before. While it's somewhat new to Zatina and Rymic, it's not too uncommon to find former adventure gear kind of arriving in this promenade for sale. Some of it a little worse for wear. Some of it is kind of damaged or blood stains removed from it, or bought once or dropped once, never used. So it's kind of like in various conditions. One of the tables is just filled with what is clearly equipment designed for roguish type individuals. You easily find a spool of garrote wire and wood, where you can make your own garrote if you choose to. The silver wire, though, looks very interesting, well made. I would describe it as a magical wire bound up in a circle of a small box, with these wooden metal handles kind of buried underneath the foam, or like the silken pillow of the box. This is somebody's tool that was probably meant for nefarious use, for sure. But it looks in great condition, and the wire looks surprisingly in good condition as well. It's possibly magical.
Well, I'm interested in that.
Okay. The woman sees you kind of holding it and admiring it. Yes, I'm selling that for 50 gold if you're interested.
It's awfully small. How about 25 gold?
Give me a persuasion check.
14.
14. She looks at you and goes, 35 gold.
Sold. I'll take it at 35.
Okay.
What else do you
Yeah.
have that you can give me a deal on?
Yep. You hand her the 35 gold. She hands you back the box.
And what else do you have? Do you have anything that can open locks easily?
Um,
I'm not that good at it, so I need a little assistance.
I do sell lockpick tools, but I do have here something that you might be interested in. These are called gloves of thievery. This allows you a bonus of +5 to your sleight of hand whenever you are lockpicking.
And how much are the gloves?
Due to their advanced magical nature, of course, I can sell these to you for 1,200 gold.
1,200.
But they are unique. They are advanced magic. They're in great shape. And she looks around. They are for a very specific and nefarious use, if you get my meaning. Limited crowd would be caught with these.
That means they could be hard to get rid of too. We mean nothing but good here.
Give me a persuasion check on that one.
13.
While you do drive a hard bargain, I tell you what, I'll lower it to 1,000 gold, but that's as low as I could possibly go for these.
I'll have to talk with my colleagues. This is very expensive.
Of course, I understand. Anybody else see anything interesting within my wares?
That's Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if you might have it, but I think a cloak of a nature of being able to be displaced would be appropriate.
I have a couple cloaks that you might find interesting. I have something called Nature's Mantle. This is a cloak designed where colors blend in with terrain. It allows you to hide as a bonus action. I also have Cloak of Elven Kind. Checks to see if you have disadvantage on perception for people that are looking for you. And of course, you gain advantage on stealth checks. Let's see, what else do I have here? Over here, I have...
I need something that would make me harder to hit.
Oh, I do not sell traditional armor in that nature. You might have to look somewhere else, unfortunately.
Oh, but a cloak of displacement, perhaps? No?
A little too
Yes?
rich for me to carry. Those are quite
Hmm.
expensive. I believe
Oh,
Stefan sold one recently for 6,000 gold.
oh, my goodness. Right, that's quite out of budget. I might just... If you can point me to the nearest leather worker, I might see what I can do about...
The promenade is filled with all manner of purveyors. I'm sure you'll find somebody.
Thank you.
Of course, of course.
What do we have for shields?
I do not dabble in armor, unfortunately. I'm mostly in.
Then why are we shopping here?
Well, your friend here, Bludgeon, I believe, procured some things. I realize having a fluffy table makes things more difficult. I apologize.
I grab Remic's arm and I say, "Come, we must go to the same place." I see one over there. Look.
You look over there, there's this kind of like big beefy gnome standing on a box, kind of, yeah, come over here and get your stuff from me. My stuff is better than all of the other stuff here.
I like
He's
him.
kind of-
Let's go talk to him.
A little cringy, but okay, yes. Yes, sir. I am looking for some leather work. Perhaps some spikes to my armor.
Your armor? You call that armor? Looks like a leather apron for my little sister. What you really
Yes.
need is good, proper armor. What kind of armor can you wear? Is my question.
Well, I also would like it to match what I'm wearing.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Really? Really? You want purple armor is what you want.
No, just as black as it can.
Oh, would
And
you
if
like
you
me
can,
to
if
put
the
pinstripes on it, make you faster?
Sure, if that would work.
No, I'm fucking with you. It's not gonna work. That's not how armor works. It's like the harder it is and the lighter it is, it's gonna be better for you, don't you think?
Studded leather armor, please. Do you have it?
Yes, I do. I have standard studded armor, and I do have some magical armor on me as well. I've got a set of studded armor that should fit you quite nicely. +1 for your armor class.
Remick, do you understand this armor class business? No matter. Yes, interested in that.
Well, I'm using hyperbole to make it easier for you to make a fucking decision, is what I'm doing.
I'll
Just say.
let's the price, please.
Oh, yeah. 500 gold for the armor.
It's rather steep.
Well, it's rather magical. Difficult to come by.
You'd think
I would-
somebody of your stature would have lower prices.
You know what? For that fine joke, I think they call those dad jokes. I'll give you a discount there, little fox fella.
Fantastic. See, my practice of jokes is working.
Not really. I just like your tail.
God damn it.
You look past his shoulder, and there's like a string of like, squirrel tails and beaver tails and raccoon tails and like the string of all these like kind of traditional woodland critter tails. No fox tails, but there are other tails strung up in the
Oh,
background.
I turned to there. I was like, yeah, I see what you mean by cringy.
Right. What about your non-magical studded leather?
Oh, I
comes in
can
black,
tell
yes.
you some decently and fine crafted versions of that. Sell it to you for 50 gold.
Perfect. I will take it.
Of course. Picks it up and here you go. It's a jet black version of studded leather armor.
Perfect. Awesome. That is exactly what Eldira wants. Okay. Paid 50.
Legend continues to negotiate about the gloves.
Okay.
How do you have thieves' tools also? He asks.
Yes, I do carry thieves' tools, of course. They're not sanctioned. I like to call them, I accidentally locked myself out of my house and I need to find a way back in tools.
Oh, smart. Would you
Not
take
really. It's a lot of words, but it works for me.
thieves' tools plus the gloves for 750 gold?
Big DC on this one. Give me a persuasion check. Zatina, do you want to help him out?
I can try.
Do you have any charm or suggestion abilities by chance? I'm not sure what your spell list is.
No, but I'm little and cute.
You get the help action, Bludgeon, as Zatina is attempting to kind of do the big eye anime blinking at the purveyor.
All right. I'm going to roll it.
Yep.
Good one, 24.
Woo! DC was a 22. She looks at you, kind of, you're right. These are difficult things to get rid of. 725 gold. Deal done.
Deal it is.
So you hand over, I suspect, a good portion of your wealth. You now have those gloves should be in the D&D Beyond inventory if you look those up. They are called
Gloves of Thievery.
They are called Gloves of Thievery. Yep.
Got it. And then thieves' tools.
Yep. Those should be in the general inventory availability.
Yeah, I'll add them.
Okay. Zatina, anything in particular you might be looking for?
Zatina does not have a lot of gold to throw around.
I would say Lamia would have given you 250 gold to start with.
We have a stash also.
Oh, Zatina's got to
We
worm
do
her
have a
way
stash.
into the stash. That's true.
I don't suppose there's any spell scrolls or old abandoned spell books.
I would say as you're watching Bludgeon at the table, kind of negotiating for the gloves. You can see over further down one of the aisles of the promenade. You can see where Eldira and Rymick are kind of negotiating with the gnome. You see off to your right a kind of gypsy wagon that is selling what you would call a lot of charms, trinkets, and other curiosities. There is a kind of series of open wooden crates filled with like lots of used books and parchments and little inkwells and plumes and other things that would be considered to be part of potential scrolls and maybe magical related objects or material components related to magic.
Yeah, I'll go and have a look.
Hello, little gnome. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you had any spell scrolls for sale.
I have some rather simple ones. They're not too fancy. Is there one in particular that you're looking for?
I had the list, and then Chrome decided to.
I'm not familiar with this Chrome individual. Are they quite handsome? Are they fun to deal with? Or do they wipe your memory every 35 seconds?
Do
Do they record your history, perhaps? It's a neat trick.
You wouldn't happen to have one of invisibility, would you?
Ooh, those can be... those have potential of being very expensive. The only one I do have is of lesser invisibility, and obviously good for one use. However, if you're skilled mage, you could copy it into a spell book if you'd like to. I'm selling those for, well, I've only got 2 left. I'm selling the one I have of the 2 for 175 gold.
What about shield?
Oh, yes, it's a very common one. I write that one often. I sell those for only 100 gold. The more difficult they are, the more expensive they get. I'm terribly sorry about that. But I've got to make a living.
No,
as they
I
say.
understand that. Would I be able to get a one of Featherfall and a one of Shield?
Oh, Featherfall's a bit more complex. Featherfall is 300 gold, and obviously I can give you Shield for 100 gold. Both as a package. Give me a persuasion check on that one.
It's 5.
Well, I find you very cute and adorable, and your curly hair and all. No, I must stand firm on the 300 gold for Featherfall.
I'll take the one for Shield then.
Of course, she reaches into a burlap sack, pulls out. It's got a little wax seal on it. She looks at it and she hands it. If you're interested, I do sell a scriber's kit as well that can teach you how to scribe very simple scrolls if you'd like.
How much would that be?
I can sell you some paper, the ink well, the plume, the feathered quill that you use, as well as the beginner's guidebook. I could sell you all that for 20 gold.
And out of character, this is different than calligrapher's supplies?
It would be basically the same thing. She's just calling it it's basically calligrapher supplies. Well,
Okay.
yeah, it'd be the same thing. It would be a tool that you would use. It will gain you advantage whenever you try to copy spells in and out of your spell book, either onto a scroll or out of a scroll and onto your spell book.
Okay. 20 gold, she said?
Yep.
I will take one of those.
Oh, excellent. So glad.
And I will rejoin the group.
You head back over to where Bludgeon is, and then eventually you and Bludgeon will find your way over to the table that Rymick and Eldira are at. The gnome looks down at you, or looks over at you, Rymick. I keep forgetting you're the same height. So what can I get you, my friend?
I need a sturdy shield. Nothing too bulky, though.
So you're looking for a small shield then, light,
But sturdy.
easy to wear. Have you experimented with bucklers before? You wear them on your arm. You can use them as a two-handed adaptation to your fighting style, of course.
As long as they're not huge, I am, as you can see, my stature. I'm about as tall as you are, and I'm not giving you shit.
You guys will talk eye to eye, pretty much.
Oh, buckler sounds comparable. Yes.
Excellent. Give me one moment here. He gets off the soapbox, goes underneath one of his wagons, pulls out an iron box, opens it, pulls out a kind of gauntlet-like metal brace that sits on your forearm. You'll like this one. This one's really handy. Now, when you're not using it, it sits like a regular bracer on your arm. Now here, you see this metal brass button. When you press it, you watch as a shield fans open. And then, of course, if you want to put it away, you press the button again. It retracts back in to your bracers. It behaves similar to a small shield +1, but it does not hinder your ability to use two-handed weapons, of course.
Cool. It sounds looks very efficient, don't they? How much for this?
225 gold, of course.
That was with the dad joke discount.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
200 was after the discount.
Insight check.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna insight check that. I'm gonna insight that check that too.
I mean, what's your passive insight?
Oh, that was a nat 20 for 20.
Oh, a nat 20? Yeah, he's fucking with you. Of course not. There's no discount.
Hey, I got more jokes if you want to hear more jokes. You said discount. What kind of
Hey, you know what? You know what? I will knock 50 gold off just to get you the fuck out of here with them dad jokes.
I mean, you hang up all these stairs like this. I could make trouble.
Oh
with the
shit!
HPA.
I forgot about those. My partner, he does that. I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry about
It's very offensive.
Yeah. Are you selling your tail by chance? Doesn't it grow back? Oh, okay. Sorry.
By the way, I am selling something. This leather armor. It's the best in Iman. It's,
No, that
two of
armor
them-
looks like shit. Isn't that why you just bought armor from me? Because your other armor is shitty armor?
Oh no, this is not the one I was wearing.
There's a lot of blood on it.
Oh no, that's part of the avant-garde of the
Rust.
designer
Yes,
Versace.
Rust.
You've heard of her.
Versace.
He's all smells like bad dice rolls to me.
Well, again, you're talking in a language.
Now, look,
that-
look at this.
what-
The leather's been burnt. Look, it's all crispy up here in the corner of the shoulder.
Right, and I'll throw in 2 daggers as well. What
All
would you
right,
say?
okay. In that case, I'll buy the armor and both daggers off you for 40 gold.
Perfect.
Takes the armor and throws it in the bin that says, spare parts and leftovers. And then he takes the daggers and he flings them into a log to join the other 50 daggers that are sticking in and out of the log.
I'll take the bracer. Do you have any? So I like to go hunting. I'm a hunter. Do you like? You have any cool? Any traps or things I could?
Oh,
lay
yeah.
out?
I carry all manner of small animal traps, snares, box traps. If you prefer snares, I've got a lot of snares I can sell you.
Ooh, a couple snares would be good.
I can sell you a dozen snares for 5 gold.
What's a snare exactly? I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of
A
it's like a
snare
bear
is
trap?
no. The bear trap is a traditional bear trap. A snare is a 6-foot long wire that you put a
Oh.
little loop in their hand, or the paw goes in the loop, and
Oh, okay, okay.
there is a DC dex associated with it. So if you actually do set a snare, it will have a difficulty associated with it.
Okay. You said a dozen of those?
A dozen for 5 gold.
55. I'll take it.
Okay. It's funny, Eldira. Now that you're all gathered in front of this gnome's shop, something catches your eye out of the corner of your right eye. You look over, and this young lady is selling a wagon filled with nothing but hats. One of the hats really catches your eye because it's almost like this kind of like fancy leather hat that is all black with like a furred strip around it with a little bit of purple, pink, and yellow kind of stitched into it. Give me an Arcana check as you examine
It has a pointy tip.
It's a bit floppy, probably require a little repair work, but it's kind of like flapped over and flattened a little bit.
She's already like enamored
Running
by
over
it.
to it.
Oh, look at that, Rymick.
Look at what that big fluffy thing over there.
Isn't it quite beautiful? Oh my goodness. I must check it out. I'm gonna
It's
walk
bigger.
up to
It's
it.
bigger than your. It's bigger than your waist size.
Yeah, I would love to try it on if the person will let me.
Oh, hello. Yes, this one, of course. That is a very unique hat. It's called the Hat of the Vermin. The
Oh.
vermin, like, well, it's exquisitely made, I assure you. It has 3 charges on it. It allows you to either summon a bat, frog, or a rat. Very nice for party tricks, and who knows? Perhaps if you're interested in summoning creatures of small size, they may have a use for you. Of course, I could sell you the hat for 100 gold.
I already possess such qualities, but it is quite a lovely hat. Do you have any others like it?
Well, no, the rest of these are quite normal hats, of course.
If I see any that looks very much like a witch's hat, with like Victorian, like some lace on it, I will gladly purchase it.
I forgot. Here's one, of course. She reaches in behind some other hats, and then she's flinging them all over the place. And the exact hat that you're looking for comes out of the pile, and she sets it down in front of you. Came across this hat in a estate sale. I could sell it to you for 5 gold.
Oh, yes, quite a steal. What do you think, Rymick? And I like put it on and like show you the hat.
Tell me, how is that going to help you from tripping over your feet like you've been doing these past few days?
Well, if you look better, you feel better, right?
I mean, you do look, how do you say, interesting?
Yes, that's what I'm going for.
And as she's turning around to show you the hat, when her back is to you, you just see this thin smile appear in the hat with these jagged little teeth, and the hat kind of, tilts towards you, Remick, and this little cloth tongue comes out between the teeth and back in, and then it kind of grinds its little teeth together, and little bits of fabric come spitting out, and then as soon as she spins around to show you the front, you lose sight of what just happened.
Oh, cursed item! Cursed item! And they slap the hat off her head.
Oh,
Yeah, he does
Rymick.
that. Of course, he's gonna jump in the air to do it. So, give me
Yeah, I
either
gotta jump up.
athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me athletics or acrobatics as you leap in the air to try to swat the hat off of her head.
Rymick, how tall are you?
I'm only 4 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'm like 5'3", just
What difference?
That's a 21.
21. Eldira, you see Rymick kind of react to the hat strangely. Give me a athletic or acrobatics check, if you would.
Acrobatics. A 15.
15. You watch as Rymick jumps up, starts yelling cursed item, and then swats the hat off your head, and it falls onto the ground, kind of flops onto the ground.
That thing is made by the devil. There's a face in it. It had teeth. It's no good. No good. No
Is there
sale.
any
No
kind of
sale.
Beautiful hat.
You pick it up and you look at it, and it's just a normal hat, as far as you can tell. I mean, it looks fine.
I'm not touching that thing. No, he wouldn't touch that. He's just gonna point at it and be like, "That thing, no, no sale, no sale. You get a different hat. You get a different hat."
It's
But
perfect.
It's
It's
the
like-
perfect one.
And
it's only 5
the
gold.
lace,
Hey,
the
I
way
say
the
what I
tip
say.
is.
It's up to you, but I'm just saying the thing is cursed. I don't know.
Okay, well, I think that I will take it.
Okay.
Oh boy, boy.
I can-
spend the
I
5
can
gold.
cast detect magic on it.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know that you're there.
Yes, if
I
you're
don't know
if you're
that
there,
Did you
yes.
come over?
Yeah, she came over. Well, I guess she
Yeah,
would have
I-
followed Rymick over eventually, because you guys are kind of moving from wagon to wagon.
And I'd
booth to booth.
imagine upon hearing him yelling cursed item,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
everyone would come running.
Making a little scene.
Yes, if you have you possess that, maybe it'll put Rymick's mind at ease.
Yeah, I'll cast detect magic.
As you cast detect magic on it, it does give off a very subtle enchantment magic. Nothing too dangerous. Probably like charm or potentially something kind of minor. Maybe it's enhancing the beauty of the hat.
It's got a
See,
little
there's
bit of
nothing to worry about.
enchantment, But I mean, cursed items usually you touch it and wham. So
Yeah, she touched it,
I-
and the face came out with gnarring teeth and a prickly little tongue. Hey,
I'll admit, all I saw, because I'm only 3 feet, so I'm a foot shorter than Rymick. So I think when I come running, I get swapped in the face with the fox tail.
I will take it. I'll
Again,
give
Oh,
it
well,
five,
5 gold?
I'm just gonna... Oh,
5 gold.
Well, did the face disappear on it? Or else can we mess with a hat?
I mean, as far as you can tell, Rymick has probably gone a little crazy with the recent activity and battle. I mean, it looks like just a normal hat to the rest of you.
Huh. Weird dog.
I'm a canine, damn it.
It's going rabid.
As bludgeons, we're all by the hats, right?
Yeah, you guys are over by the wagon filled with hats.
Bludgeon's going to scan all the hats and see if he spots any vintage ones.
Ooh, give me perception or investigation for that.
22.
22. There is one particular hat that looks kind of like an old, outdated leather hat that you could wear either casually for maybe being out in the sun. It's got like a leather duster brim around it with a kind of like flopped over center mass of it that kind of leans forward. It's like a very old school drover's hat that people who would do long rides would wear this hat.
How much for that hat?
Oh, well, I'd almost be willing to pay you to take it. I'll charge you a gold for it. It's an old leather thing that I picked up some time ago.
Does it have a story?
Well, it kind of does, I guess. You remember when I mentioned that estate sale that I got your friend there, the one all gothic one wearing all the black and the purple.
Right.
It was part of somebody's dresser and part of their kind of like armoire. A very kindly old lady had passed away, and they were selling off her estate. This was part of, evidently she was a collector of hats. This was part of hers. I believe it belonged to her great-great-grandfather or something like that.
I see. I'll take it, please.
Of course, 5 gold.
Now you said 1.
Oh, 4 gold then.
All right. 4 gold it is.
Yeah, that was very easy. Is there anything else I could sell you for 20 gold, or maybe 10, possibly 6 or 4 or 2 or 12 or 15? I mean, all of you should have hats. Young gnome, you look like you require a hat. Could I offer you one?
They mess up my hair.
Oh, well, they also make you look good. They'll make you look taller if you pick the right hat.
I'm all right.
I do have a hat of prestidigitation.
I don't trust
I-
anybody that has magical hats like that. But she has a cursed hat. She doesn't even know her numbers. Let us be away.
I politely decline and
Oh,
follow the group away.
unfortunate, but I understand.
I'm like, I can already do prestidigitation. I don't need the hat. So we're
Did we get a-
gonna do like a drive-by of wherever this warehouse is.
Yeah.
If you want.
Let's casually walk by there. We should get eyes on this place
Stake it out.
from afar.
Did we get
As
help
you guys
potions?
traverse the edge of the promenade, somebody give me a survival check with advantage because you do have the map of the area that you're looking for.
I am terrible at survival.
Which
I
is
don't
Rymic.
not-
6.
Oh yeah.
That is a 21.
21. You follow the edge of the promenade and you look for the cross streets and the alley that kind of intersects into the cross streets. And you find yourself in what feels like a small area of storage warehouses where maybe people bring things in, store them here, and bring them out for market day is what it feels like. There are these maybe 10-foot tall by 100-foot long wooden buildings, similar to what the docks host as storage warehouses at the docks, but these are a bit smaller, not nearly as tall, not nearly designed to hold nearly as much as what they have down at the docks. They also have regular windows in them as well. There is also a pretty decently sized patrol of promenade guards that are perusing in and out of the alleyways and streets of the warehouse, kind of keeping an eye on things. Every now and then you see maybe a personally hired security person to watch a door or two. But there, as you follow the map through the streets and get a little bit deeper into the warehouses, you actually come across the warehouse that you suspect it's being stored in. And this warehouse is rather shoddily built. It looks run down. The windows are all boarded up. The door is boarded up as well. It almost looks like this warehouse that you suspect the wagon's inside of appears to be abandoned with no clear way to see the inside.
Do we have anything that could fly around and look at it from on top again? Or did that
Dustling has a
or did somebody just shoot that
keen
one?
eye. Duskling has a keen eye. Don't you?
A little impish bat comes out of the folds of your hair and sits on your shoulder. And what are we doing now? What am I doing?
Could you be a dear and do a bit of surveillance for us?
Sure, I could try. I work better at night and with my clicking noises, but I'll give it a go. Kind of leaps up into the air and slowly flaps up into the air, goes up and circles around. Are you going to use him as a familiar or go off his stats?
I'll use him as a familiar, actually.
Okay, so your perception or investigation, your choice.
All right. We'll do perception. Okay, 18.
The bat notices a hole in the roof that's about 3 feet long by 2 foot wide. Kind of perches on the edge of the hole, looking inside. There's a lot of abandoned boxes and equipment, and in the center of the warehouse is this large object that could be the wagon with a large canvas tarp draped over it. With that roll, the imp or the bat also hears breathing coming from inside the warehouse, like snoring almost.
Huh. When Duskling returns, and I'll tell the rest of them.
Okay.
You think it was human breathing or a large dragon breathing?
Give me a nature check, Eldira.
Let's see. Ooh, that'd be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Didn't sound like the wormling dragon that you saw before, but it was a heavy baritone-like breathing, like of a very tall or big individual. Maybe almost the equivalent of a giant or an ogre, perhaps.
Oh. What do we think of this? Should we check out this mysterious wagon, see if it's one and the same that we're...
If we get that close, we should do our thing with it. Break into it and get what we need out of it. But to do that, we have at least one snoring large thing here. But there's only one.
Right. In the middle of the market.
That we
Hmm.
heard.
Perhaps, let me just look at my stuff. I don't think I have anything that would help. We can sneak in and take a peek at it.
We could.
As all of you stare at Rymick.
But there's
I just like doing
no
the.
open door.
That's a part of Brymix languages, is like a series of like sighs and
Go. As we look at the building, you said there was a boarded up door.
Yeah, there's a boarded up front door on the narrow side of the building. There's also 2 windows on that same wall. They're boarded up as well. And then on the side of each of the side walls, there are 3 windows each, all boarded up as well. And the bat imp would have described a hole in the roof as well. So I was able to see down inside.
You think we can get up and go shimmy through the roof in broad daylight?
Honestly, do you want an honest answer?
Sure.
No. Not the 3 of you.
But you shouldn't go alone. I might help assist you.
Do you remember how nimble you were the last time we tried to go scale a building?
Yes, yes.
She almost fell 100 feet to her death.
How about this?
I
will climb
might
the
be
wall.
able to stay on the roof and by a bit of a distance support you if everything goes south.
Very well. I will climb the wall, get to the roof, and put a little rope over to climb to bring you up.
Marvelous.
Bludgeon, as they're planning this, give me a perception check as you look around for guards and anybody else that might be keeping an eye on things.
23.
Nice.
The warehouse is far enough back, and you get the feeling that most people think it's abandoned and dilapidated, so they're probably not all that worried about it. So far, none of the regular patrols come this far back into these particular warehouse areas.
Okay. That's good.
Ryman, give me athletics or acrobatics as you scurry up to the roof.
I'm going to.
And I would imagine you could take the help action since anyone's free to kind of help, kind of boost you up onto the roof.
I'll throw the puppy up there.
Don't tell the elf that you tossed me.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself for this.
Yep, D4. Remember, guidance is an area of effect spell for homebrew purposes.
Mine is only.
Say that again. You cut out.
Mine's for only myself. It's a racial thing. For
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was a spell.
I
The
tap into my
spell.
like ancestral blessing of like my ancestors.
Right. That's right. Anybody else with guidance, in the traditional way, we actually treat it as an AoE. Anybody within 30 feet, as long as you're not doing any other concentration, you gain that D4 for ability checks.
Okay, cool. That'll help it. 15.
15. You make it up the wall pretty easily, kind of like using handholds and footholds to pull yourself up and over the edge of the roof line. Once you're up there, you realize it's kind of a rickety old roof, but it's sturdy enough. For whatever reason, up in the center where the roof peaks, you can see the hole down inside of the warehouse. You lower the rope down to Eldira. Eldira, you grab onto the rope. Go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Do I get advantage with the rope?
With the rope and Rymic helping? Absolutely.
Okay. We'll go for acrobatics.
Okay.
Okay, 16.
16. You're not an expert at climbing onto roofs, but you do a pretty good job. You scale the rope and Rymic helps you up onto the roof. The two of you cautiously maneuver across the roof, and you're now at the edge of the hole looking down. But give me 2 stealth checks. Give me stealth checks as you guys cautiously make your way over to the roof where the hole is in the roof.
Ooh, yes, wonderful. 21.
2 stealth checks?
Just one. Sorry, I meant one each.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Don't tell me.
Oh wait, no, okay. So the dice looks like 1, but it's actually 7, so it's 13.
13.
Yeah.
So, Eldira, your stride's a little bit longer, and you're surprisingly quiet as you shift over to where the hole is in the roof. There's a brief moment where you hear Rymick behind you. His foot accidentally goes through one of the roof tiles, one of the wood tiles, makes kind of like a cracking and crunching noise. You both
I
kind
look
of
at him and I smile like a big smile.
I do my famous squint at you, like.
Now for Bludgeon and Zentia down below, you hear that kind of subtle crunching noise, like that kind of like a foot going through a thin wood tile, and all of you kind of momentarily freeze. There's a moment, Eldira, since you're closest to the hole in the roof, you hear this muffled what the hell was that? And then you hear these like tremors in the roof, and you kind of see like the peak of the roof is maybe about 14 feet, 15 feet tall at the peak. And as you peer through the edge of the hole, you see this like 10-foot tall ogre kind of come walking out of the edge of the shadows of the warehouse. And he kind of looks up at the hole at the roof. He kind of looks around, but when he turns, that's when you realize it's not an ogre. It's an Etten, because you can see the second head on the other side of its shoulder. The two heads argue for a moment. Oh, it was nothing. The other head goes, I heard something. We're getting paid to keep an eye on this thing, not sleep all day, you fuck. Yeah, but that was nothing. Go back to sleep. The voices kind of simmer down. The footsteps retreat a little further back in the warehouse. And then you, after a few more minutes, you hear that heavy kind of breathing echoing out of the interior of the warehouse.
Oh, that was close.
Bludgeon applies the poison onto his long sword.
As you put it on the blade.
The door that's boarded up, does it like open inwards or outwards?
You get the feeling that it probably opens outwards with the way the hinges are. That's why it's boarded up on the outside. As you examine it, you realize it's also boarded up on the inside as well.
Okay.
Bludgeon will climb up there on the roof.
Okay. Give me acrobatics or athletics as you scurry up onto the roof as well.
16.
16. You're now on the edge of the roof, near the center of the peak. You can see where Rymick is carefully pulling his foot out of the wooden slate that he put his foot through. Eldira is further beyond, up by the hole in the peak of the roof, kind of looking down inside of it. So, Tina, you're down below on your own. What would you like to do?
Looking around on the bottom is because I'm small. Is there like a little, like where the siding's missing and?
Yeah, give me investigation as you
Or like
examine the
this
wall. Yeah, you start looking at the base walls a little bit more closely.
That is a 17.
You notice that the planking on the wall that you're nearest is very shoddy and not well made. You can even see missing iron nails that would normally secure the planking in place. You actually find a 3-foot tall by 2-foot wide set of the plank that just kind of pulls right off. Your little fingers get into the edge, pulls right off, and you now have a clear path directly into the dark warehouse.
I will shimmy into the warehouse.
Yeah, give me a stealth check as you kind of like push your way through the gap and kind of do the worm crawl to get into the interior of the warehouse.
So I rolled a 1, but I have a single portent.
Okay.
Where after I finish a long rest, I rolled 2 d20s and I hang on to those numbers, and I can replace any D20 test I make
Ooh,
or a
cool,
creature that I
cool.
see makes one of those.
Yeah,
And one of those that I rolled is a natural 20.
perfect. Like as you're
What
crawling
was the
through
other number? Wait, what was the other number above table? Because like you might want to
6.
save that for like something really important.
The other one was well,
What was it? An 8? You
because my
said?
stealth is a 6.
Does it? Oh, 6. Does it replace the number or add to the number?
replaces
It
it.
replaces the number.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I was gonna say, never mind. Your 20 is good. You're good.
And I can only use each of them once.
Yeah.
I think this is important that my character not fuck up the stealth for once.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like as you're like pushing through the gap, you feel this nail dig into your back, like an iron nail that was kind of jagged and hanging off the planking. And your first instinct is to just yell and scream in pain, but you clamp your hand over your mouth and kind of like pull away from the nail, and you kind of roll into the warehouse, and you find yourself tucked in behind some boxes that are quite tall with tarpaulins over them as well. And you can hear a very deep, throaty kind of snoring and breathing coming right from the other side of the boxes. In fact, as you look to your right and left, about 8 feet to your right, you can see these giant bare feet. You know, these giant feet that look like they belong to a very large person. And then, of course, as you look to your left, you can see the sleeping head of one of the two heads of the Etten, just kind of blissfully with a little bit of drool coming out of the corner of its mouth. This large figure is fast asleep just on the other side of the boxes that you've kind of stumbled into the warehouse.
Can I look up and see anyone through the hole?
Give me a perception check. They're not being overly stealthy. You can see the sunlight coming through the fracture of the roof.
It's a 13.
You saw Eldira's hat kind of poking around the edge a bit and then pulled away. So you saw Eldira's hat. You know she's up there at least.
That cursed item.
I am gonna message Eldira.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, there is a big two-headed creature in here. Don't fall through the roof. Whatever you do.
You can see the little hole where Rymek just pulls his foot through.
We saw the creature, right?
You did, yes. Eldira
Yeah.
did.
I could speak.
My
back to
character
you.
wouldn't know that you saw the.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that you're brought up to speed, you're right in danger.
Hey, what's going on down there? What's happening?
Down there inside the
can
warehouse.
Can I see around the creature? Or is it taking up my entire view?
No, you could perch up on one of the boxes and take a view of the interior of the warehouse. And as you do, you kind of pull yourself up on one of the smaller boxes. Looking on the other side of the boxes, you can see this 12-foot tall figure lied out on a giant stack of like leftover hay covered in old horse blankets and things that he's kind of made an impromptu bedroll to fit his rather large mass across it. You could see that he's been staying in here. He's kind of got like a little mini campsite set up, a place where he can eat. There's a giant kind of stew pot in the middle of kind of like a stack of old wooden charred wood. And then beyond him, you could see just lots of either empty or possibly full crates that are stacked intermittently everywhere. But in the very center of the warehouse, you see this large tarpaulin covered object that definitely feels like it might be the wagon.
I would message the wagons in the center of direct center of the warehouse.
Okay. There, as you come
And
over the edge after hearing that message from Zatina, sure enough, I mean, in the very center of the warehouse, you could clearly see a large object covered in a tarp. It feels like that would be the wagon.
Let's go get this thing. Legend shimmies up to the hole next to Rymek and Eldira and looks down. We have a rope.
Zatina, come out of there. You'll be right in the middle of it. Zatina, gonna get yourself killed.
The only way for me to get anywhere near the wagon is to go right near the.
You could go further down the warehouse and then try to find a path through the boxes to get to the center.
Do I
What?
see
Go ahead.
anywhere on the other side of the warehouse where I might be able to get back in that's further away from this creature?
You definitely get the feeling that there might be more loose planks around. You get the feeling that this place is shoddily built enough that there might be more loose planks. But from your current angle and from what you can see, it's hard to tell. You'd have to get closer.
I will message. I'm gonna go out and back around the far side to see if I can get back in further away
Okay.
from it.
All right. So you crawl out the way you came and you start going around the other side of the building. Bludgeon, you grab the spool of rope off of Rybek's shoulder. It's definitely long enough. You truss it around the main center beam of the roof, of the center pole of the roof, and then you drop the rope down. But as you drop it, give me a sleight of hand check with your new gloves.
$17.
You guys watch as he silently ties it off and he carefully lowers the rope, and the rope coils down and gently lays down in the middle of the warehouse.
All right.
Who's going first?
Legend will shimmy down.
Okay. Give me a stealth check with advantage because of the rope.
$16.
You land in the warehouse and you manage to kind of silently crawl over to a stack of boxes to keep yourself hidden. Who'd like to go next?
Rymek?
Ladies first.
Right. All right.
Eldira, give me a stealth check with advantage because of the rope.
I think I might wait to stay here. I'll be your backup.
Okay. Just,
My attacks are really range, so
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That hat twitches. You throw that thing away. I'm telling you.
Okay, thank you.
And like Rymek,
I appreciate your care.
Rymek, as you begin to set yourself up to kind of stealthily go down the rope, and Eldira is looking down into the hole beyond, and at that moment, the back end of the hat smiles at you, and its teeth kind of show, and it spits out a feather, and then the smile goes away.
Fucking did it. He does the thing where he's trying to point with his fingers. There it is again. And he falls backwards.
Yeah.
And he falls into.
Give me a stealth check as you land.
Oh lord. Ooh, 16 plus 6, 22.
You must be part cat. You land on your feet. You gotta instead of 3-point landing like a hero, you 2-point land.
he,
it's like
he rolls. He like ducks and tucks and
Yeah.
rolls and like lands and does like this roll thing. It's still kind of like a thud, but it's a rolling thud.
Yeah. As you guys gather near those boxes, to your right, you notice a plank of wood suddenly lifts out of the wall. And about 30 feet off to your right, you see Zatina's little gnomish face kind of poke through the hole that she has made on the other side. And she's able to kind of shimmy through the hole. And now the four of you are kind of hunkered down amongst the crates. The tarp-covered object is only about 20 feet away in the center of the warehouse. And in the background, you can hear the persistent breathing of the sleeping Etten.
I quickly scurry to get behind something because I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm out in the open when I fell. And I see Zatara, and my ears perk up, and I'm kind of like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like what? Like looking at like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Kinda
she just
deal.
elbow crawls over to you guys.
Zatara,
Zatina.
Zatina, sorry, Zatara.
Yarr. It's my private voice that was getting in the way.
I
I'm brushing myself off as I.
wave.
Little gnomish hand comes up. You guys are about 30 feet away from what you believe to be the wagon. What would you guys like to do?
I can quietly cast Mage Hand and send it to like kind of lift up the tarp so we can see underneath it on our side.
You bring Mage Hand into existence. It floats silently over, picks up the tarp, pulls it up just high enough that you see one of the iron wagon wheels. The wagon is definitely underneath that tarp.
Bludgeon, go check it out. I'll keep an eye out of that brute over there.
Bludgeon pulls out the sword or a dagger and he points at the two-headed thing. Like, let's take him out before we go sneaking around. Bludgeon pulls both
Got a
out.
death wish.
By the way, who's got the coin?
I'm
Eldira, you
guessing
have the
I
coin,
still
right?
have it. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I thought it was you, but I wanted to make sure.
So Bludgeon has his new cord, but he's not prepared for something with two heads.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this is a thing related to a giantkin. So, they're 12 feet tall. Their necks are like tree trunks. They're very strong.
You're telling me you want to kill the thing? I thought we were trying a stealth mission.
Well, every good plan has an option on it. So,
Okay. No. Hold on. We need a plan before we just. Eldira died last night when we got jumped. This thing is 3 times the size as those things. So if you want to attack it, I'm all for it. That's fine. But we need a plan of attack.
it's sleeping.
Right, but it's going to wake up when you poke that thing the first time.
Maybe not. Do this guy in right away.
Okay. I'm going to position myself in a space where if I have to help you out, then I'll
Yeah.
help you out. You're going to go look at. You're still looking, Zatina. You're still looking at the wagon. Bludgeon's gonna go in and attack that thing. I'm gonna go get height. I'm gonna go climb on a few boxes. I'm gonna get some height just in case.
When Bludgeon suggests that to attacking that thing, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Feel mage armor form up around you.
I'm just looking at everyone doing that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like, what are we
I
doing?
turned. I go. Eyes to Bludgeon, slide to the Etten, so you can kind of understand what the plan is.
So Bludgeon ninjas over there, Well, we should get as many people on this thing as possible right away.
Get those Eldritch Blast ready.
So Legend walks out there, but nobody, everybody's hiding.
You are by far the biggest person. Like, the team's 3 foot tall. This thing just has to raise up its foot and step on.
Same with me. One backhand and I'm done.
Like, fine, we'll fight the thing, but I'm not doing it physically. I'm diving under the wagon and hucking spells at it for safety.
All right.
We'll cover you. We'll cover you. We'll cover you. But,
Yeah, you covered.
You're
They-
covered.
Keep Bludgeon alive.
And Eldira stayed up on the roof.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this thing's probably gonna make a lot of noise if it wakes up and sees us. Like, that might attract like guards and stuff.
If he stands up, he'll be right at the roof anyway.
But I mean, like, it's the middle of the day. There's a bunch of people not that far out on the market.
Yeah, it's
Like, do we want to commit to this in the broad daylight, or do we want to?
there's only one of them.
With 2 hands. I'm on my box. I got my bow ready. I'm
Your goal.
I'm just waiting for
I will-
Bludgeon to do
So
something.
I will
Adira's up on the
message-
roof watching. Rymek, you climb up on a rather tall stack of boxes.
Yeah.
Zatina, how are you setting yourself up for this?
Hiding.
Okay.
Okay.
You're free to give me a stealth check. See how well you hide.
She's like, after this, I'm leaving the party. You guys are crazy.
That
We're
is
just joshing you,
a dirty
Bludgeon. We're
20.
just joshing you.
And I will message Eldira and
What-
be like,
What'd you get for your stealth?
oh, I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
And I will message Eldira. I'm like, Bludgeon is very insistent on killing this thing, and he's a lot bigger than I am.
You might want
I
to
am
make your way
unable
up
to
here with
physically-
me. It's safer.
Bludgeon holds up his hand. 5 seconds.
He starts going.
I can't climb
He's in
that
the
fast.
countdown. Oh no.
He's got his blade up as he.
Oh,
Bludgeon, give me. Both your blades up. Give me a stealth check as you approach the sleepy net.
the stealth check, but I also have an ambush property, which is another 1d8 onto it.
Okay. Good to know.
Here's the stealth roll. Natural 20.
Oh, very nice. You very cleverly use the discarded piles of hay and straw to soften your footsteps as you approach. As you get up into its kind of like makeshift bedroll, you shift and maneuver yourself up by where the 2 heads are. One head is splayed one direction, the other head is in a separate direction. They're sound asleep. They do not notice you at all. So, with that in mind, you have advantage on your attack roll.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and do action surge right away.
So you're gonna pump it all into
Pump
2
it all
rolls.
Around here.
Okay.
And maybe I'll survive to the second. So it'll be longsword, dagger, and then Nick. All right. And then longsword, dagger. But the longsword is poisoned. So if I
Are
hit
you at 2 attacks yet? Or are you still at 1 attack?
2 attacks.
Oh
Well-
yeah.
Full 4, but he's got a full dual fighting capability now with 2 weapons. So the action surge gets it twice. So 1.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead and take that first attack with your long sword with advantage.
Longsword with advantage and poison.
It is poisoned.
There we
And
go.
that was a DC Con 14.
14, yes. And if it
Okay.
fails, 3d6 or something.
Yep. 3d6 poison damage.
I'm going for a kill move right away. We just like get him in one.
You can certainly give it your best effort.
Here we go. 24.
24 will definitely hit as your blade plunges into the neckline of the first one. He's going to fail his con save. So start with 3d6 poison damage. Roll that first.
All right.
He's
1.
considered poisoned.
Not a lot of poison damage so far. 7 poison damage.
7 poison. Now roll your regular damage for the blade.
11 points with the longsword.
11 points with the longsword. Now take your second attack. By the way, you can take your second attack by using your longsword again if you want to. But if your other blade is poisoned, it has the potential of doing more poison damage. But he is already poisoned, so you don't have to worry about that. He's under that condition.
I'll go ahead with the dagger then, because the
Okay.
dagger have the nick also.
Okay.
18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. That will
9.
fail on the poison. What'd you get for the dagger damage? 9?
9 points of dagger.
And go ahead and roll poison damage again.
6 points plus 5 plus 14 total poison damage.
Nice. Now you action surge. So go
Yeah.
ahead and
In there, I hit him.
yeah.
So it's another dagger attack.
Yes, with Nick, you're right. For your
So here we go with the dagger again.
and the poison's already been used, so it's good for the one use.
11 on the motionless giant beast.
Yeah. Did you roll with advantage? Because technically you still have advantage because you have surprise.
No, I did not.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that 11 again.
21.
21 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
6 points of damage.
Nice. Now with your action surge kicking off, go ahead and roll 2 more attacks.
There we go. Longsword.
Yep. With advantage.
27.
27 will hit. Roll for damage. He is a level 4 fighter, right? I'm getting that right? He's a level 4 fighter.
This is
14
feeling like a
points.
level 6.
Oof.
7 fighter.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your second attack.
He's a
And here's
beast.
the dagger. 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Its armor class is a 15, so that dagger will hit.
8 damage.
And you get the Nick property again because you action surge, so you can take a Nick attack.
19.
19. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9 points of damage. Now, he's been hit with a longsword many times.
Hold on.
Okay.
20, 28, 37, 48, 55, 64, 70, 75. You did 75 points of damage. He had 74 hit points.
Wow.
So as you repeatedly strike at him, all that comes out of his mouths are the poisonous fume of the asp venom as he chokes to death and never wakes after that series of just insane
Relentless.
attacks, these relentless blows. I need you to give me a charisma save, if you would, please.
Charisma. I rolled a 1.
A 1.
However, I got a feat here.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Heroic inspiration. I can re-roll it.
Go for it.
I roll a 1 again.
That, my friend, is what we call
It was
epic
meant
failure.
to be.
So You are covered in the blood of your enemy. You are staring down at dozens of soldiers all around you that are dead in various juxtaposed positions of death. All of them wearing the familiar armor of the Baron that participated in the Vasselheim defense against Vecna. And here you smell the copper and you smell the mud and the earth and the burnt flesh as you realize you're staring out upon a vast battlefield of dead bodies. Except you see three faces peering at you from behind the remnants of a wagon of just kind of like armaments and supplies for the supply train. These are obviously the three that killed all these soldiers around you. For the three of you, Zatina, Rymek, and Eldira, you watch as Bludgeon comes around the boxes covered in blood. His eyes are bloodshot. He's staring at Rymek and Zatina, and then he eyes the roof, almost as if he is seeing something unfamiliar. His sword and dagger still in his hands. He's grinding his teeth as he's about to lunge towards the three of you and start attacking you. You have a brief moment here to try something. Bludgeon is lost in a memory. He is overwhelmed with success, but he is covered in the outcome of an old memory. He looks lost. His bloodlust seems to have come from nowhere.
I throw a snowball at him for Hunter's Mark, and Ice starts rhyming up his legs and so he can't take, what is it? He can't disengage.
Ooh, yeah, I love that. As the cold snowball slams into Bludgeon. Bludgeon, give me another charisma save, if you would, please.
Here we go. Natural 20.
Hey!
Suddenly,
Nice.
you are stirred back awake. You're looking down at your frozen leg and like this ice that's forming down your leg. You see this look of concern and a little bit of fear as you realize you're covered in blood of the dead Etten, and you're staring at your companions awkwardly. Like that memory was so overwhelming, it almost pulled you into something, but that response from Rymek kind of pulled you back out of that memory.
Bludgeon! 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 What's going on, man?
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
Like Rymek, you look over the box, like there's a moment where you have to like control the bile.
Yeah.
He definitely looks dead.
Well,
I will prestidigitate him unbloodied because
Yeah.
I know we have to like walk back out into public.
Yeah, you're like getting rid of all the coagulated blood and the smear, and you kind of reach up and pull out one of the Etten's eyeballs off the armor, and drop it onto the ground. And
I'm not touching anything. It's mage hand and prestidigitation.
yeah, mage hand cleans it up, and after about a minute of prestidigitation, Bludgeon's kind of back to normal. The only thing is that his bloodshot eyes are slowly fading back to normal.
You good, buddy?
he doesn't say anything, just nods.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
With that, the Etten lies dead over on his bedroll. The rest of you are free to do what you'd like to do. The covered wagon in the center of the warehouse. No one seems to have heard anything or made any inquiries yet.
Let's get to this tarp.
Well, it looks as though you've made quick work of it.
Use mage hand to pull the tarp off.
Yeah. Tarp slides off the wagon, and the wagon is more menacing in real life than it is in the picture of the diagram. It is made of a metal that you've never seen before. the inscriptions, while they match the description on the piece of paper that gave the details, seeing it, you begin to realize what you thought was maybe rust is actually dried blood. The wagon is covered in various colors of different aged blood spatters, and kind of there's even an image of a face that's screaming, that's like formed on the side of the wagon. There's other faces and things that seem eerily kind of humanoid looking, almost too well detailed. There's more writing than you extensively imagined. There are heavy blood covered chains that are wrapped around the wagon. You don't see any doors into the wagon. The wheels kind of have a black, sooty kind of substance on the wheels. At first you thought they were rust, but they kind of look almost like ash or blackened soot from fire. And there's a strange kind of odor emanating from the wagon as well.
I can cast comprehend languages if we want, because you said there's more writing than we're in the drawings, right?
Yeah, if I might be able to come down to
give me acrobatics or athletics
coin.
as you lower yourself down to the ground.
Don't mind the blood.
with advantage because I'm using
Because you do have the rope. Yeah, the rope's tied off, so you have that.
all right, good, because that was a 6 before 19.
Yeah. You make it to the ground, and are you approaching the wagon?
Yeah, and I'll offer the coin to Zatina as she's
As you pull the
working on this.
coin out to offer it to Zatina, you notice that it is kind of a yellowish glowing color now, with the emblems glowing orange. And then all of you hear this gentle metallic, "Is somebody out there? Hello? Is somebody out there? I smell something. It smells good." It's when you realize the voice is emanating from the wagon.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Does this wagon, you said there's no doors,
Not that you could see. Hello? You should get a little closer. You can hear like nails on metal from the inside, these long kind of screechy, scratchy noises coming from the interior of the wagon.
is speaking in common?
It appears to be, although it sure sounds like gnomish to you, Zatina.
Gnomish.
Eldira, it sounds like common to you. Rymek, it's been a long time since you've heard your native tongue, but it sounds like your native tongue. And it sounds like, wait, no, Eldira, you're Elven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sylvan to you, but it's going to be common
Right.
for Bludgeon. But actually, for Bludgeon, it sounds like old common from a long time ago.
I see. So really, this is some kind of trick.
I will cast comprehend languages and, ignoring the creature for a minute, read all of the stuff on the outside.
Why isn't anyone answering me? I can hear you. I can smell you, and I can... I really want to taste your blood.
Declare
Let me
yourself,
out.
creature.
Ooh. Oh, a voice. A yummy voice. And like for a minute there, Rymek, you could see something press its face up against the metal of the wagon, and like a face forms. You can see teeth and horns and kind of a strange disfigured face push into the metal. and then its face kind of like moves as it's talking. Oh, interesting. They sent a dog to do a man's work. I wonder if you taste good. If I put mustard on you, will you taste like a hot dog? Are you one of those? Huh? What do you taste like? Come on, get a little closer. Little closer. You can do it. Put one foot in front of the
I
other.
turned to
Come on.
I turned to Eldira and like, first cursed hats, now we've got a cursed wagon. I'm
Right.
over this. I'm over this. There's obviously some sort of demon in there.
And it's like every time it talks, all the sigils on the wagon glow. Like they pulse when it talks.
Right.
Thing is evil. Don't get near it.
Well, he just wants a little taste.
Legends
I am
been
no one's hot dog.
Eldira's getting a little too gothy for
And
Ryman's liking.
Well, I died once, so
And I'm
What?
reading, and I'm like, as I hear that, I start trying to read faster.
Oh
As
shit,
you-
oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
as all of you are kind of standing around watching Zatina read, she begins to almost like read kind of like a story, like a describing what this thing is. As she describes that a bone devil known as the Soul Drinker is trapped inside this wagon. And that only a coin from the archdevil can release it from its trap.
If we only had a coin.
I have the coin, right?
Yeah, Eldira handed it to you. And it's like as you're standing there reading it within like 20 feet of the wagon, its face kind of drags itself along the side panel of the wagon and pushes at the panel of metal so that it's staring down at you. Oh, you smell like gnomish food. Gnomish meat. You know, there's a good chance if you let me out, I may have to do whatever you tell me. There's also a slight chance that I might just fucking eat you. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. I apologize. That's a terrible thing. Terrible thing for me to say. Like presses its face up against the metal, its fangs kind of pushing at the metal, and then it drags its face and it's like staring at Eldira. Oh, what about you, dearie? You smell like elven chicken. You know how elves taste the same. I know this for a fact. An absolute fact. And then like drags its face across the metal panel, stares over at Bludgeon. Oh, now that's something I haven't smelled since Vasselheim. I like the blood of warriors. Tasty, salty, yummy, very yummy. Their minds are fractured with war. Come on, little gnome. Let me out. Take the gamble. It could be the best thing that ever happens to you.
being
It's-
18, really, the best
Call it a
thing.
privilege. Yeah, privilege. That's what we calls it. Privilege. Yeah, privilege to be eaten by me.
I
I
don't know
have
how
a
they
point.
got this thing through the city.
Ooh, I'm
Doesn't
in
sound
a
like
city.
it stops talking.
I'm
Stop
in a
telling your
city.
face.
Oh, there's lots of things to eat in the city. Oh, I haven't stretched my arms for a long time. I haven't stretched. And you watch as these like impossibly long claws push at the metal, and then the whole wagon shudders with radiant light. And the whole wagon. Okay. Won't do that again. Won't do that. Forgot that I was in my prison still. So hungry. You know what? Maybe it's time to bargain. What would you like? You let me out, I'll give you something.
Right.
Don't
so
say
strings
anything because I don't
attached.
know what you want. But I would love to bargain. bargain, bargain, bargain. Let's bargain, bargain. Let's play a game. Let's bargain for my freedom. What would you like? What would you like? Come on, tell us. Tell us, tell us, tell us, tell us.
Might you be able to put the cloth back over so we can have conversation?
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Yes.
the
Clock goes up. Yeah. Hey, take that off. It's like a muffled scream as the cloth goes back on.
Right.
And since I have
So-
the coin, I'm going to cast Identify on it, just to like make sure it is what it seems
To be clear, you have to use Mage Hand to touch it and cast Identify through Mage Hand, correct? Because it is a touch spell.
No, on the coin I have.
Oh, on
I'm
the
not
coin.
touching the
Gotcha.
wagon. I'm touching the coin.
Okay. As you cast Identify on the coin, you recognize it as a soul coin. These are currency coins used in the under levels of hell. More importantly, often used in the level of hell known as Avernus.
Soul coin.
I need everyone to give me wisdom saves, if you would, please.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, 17.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
14.
That was the DC 14. So the four of you feel as if your surface thoughts are being read and something is trying to push deeper into your thoughts, but you're able to resist the effect.
I think we should abandon any ideas of messing further with this wagon.
Bludgeon kind of like steps a little bit closer to the wagon and peeks under the tarp. If he gets closer, does anything happen?
As you say that again,
how far are we away of the wagon right now?
you're about 30 feet away from it. You got far enough away where you're kind of hunkered down behind some wooden boxes to discuss a plan.
None of this is good. None of this looks good.
Away.
You're covered in blood. You just killed an Etten for something. And tried to kill us. Which we will talk about later. Trust me. And now we've got a devil. I'm assuming it's a devil from Zatina.
Devil in a box. Devil in a box. Let me out. I'll give you stuff.
I mean,
I'll give you stuff. I know you want stuff. Eldira, dying's rough. I could show you how to not
is there a way
die.
to put mute on Storyteller?
No, he is in your head. The creature is constantly babbling.
Is there any, can we just mute him out? Can we resist him?
Well, hold on. You guys have been looking for this wagon for something. What was it all about? You thought it was...
Cassandra is under the
Project?
impression that something from her order might be contained within this wagon.
We need to inform Cassandra she is deeply misinformed.
Yes.
I think it's just an illusion, and we walk up to this thing, and we can
No.
figure something.
That's no illusion. There's no... Do you not hear it and feel the pressing of your mind? That's not an illusion.
Well, can we examine the wagon from afar? Like look at it? Is there any?
Well, the tarp's been put back on it.
All right.
So if you want to pull the tarp off again and do some more examining, but you know, as soon as that tarp comes off, it's going to start getting more active and start.
Bludgeon. You are a man of many talents. Magic is not one of them. Let's let the magic wielders.
The magic of
Lead the
steel overcome.
Magic, yeah, well, you showed that. You showed that and you did amazing. Kind of scary. We'll talk about it later. But let's let the two magic users.
So as
Work on this
Bludgeon and Rymic are faced off having this conversation, Zatina's kind of looking over at the tarp and the wagon. Eldira's looking like Eldira is behind all of you, staring off towards the roof and also staring towards the wagon. At that point, you see that the hat smiles and starts chewing on something, spits out a bit of something.
Wait, I see
that you
this?
Only you, Rymick. Yeah, you're the only one that
God-
sees it.
Oh, it's playing
Target
with
at
you.
budget. And the hat, like no one else is looking, it smiles at you. And when its tongue comes out, it's made of cloth. It's like made of fabric when the tongue comes out. You watch as like a piece of wood falls from above, like it's gonna hit Eldira on the head. The hat quickly like opens its mouth, the wood falls in, and it silently starts crunching the wood, and then goes inert again.
Did you see that?
I'm out. I'm out. Out. I'm gonna go. I'm going up that rope. You gotta do whatever you want. Don't get yourself killed. And I point to Eldira again, and I'm like, and I'm going up to look. I'm just gonna yell back. I'm going for a lookout. Because
Yeah, he just
all
kinda
this
shimmies
magic
up the rope.
shit is too much for him.
Yeah, Rymick up there. Rymick, when you reach the surface of the roof, give me a perception check as you look around, see if anyone's coming.
18.
18. So far, no one's coming back. No one's taking an interest in any activities.
Like I'll stay at the hole so that I can, keep an eye on them. But like I'm starting to feel like a little overwhelmed of like what happened with Bludgeon, this magic hat, this devil. This is not quite what he thought he was going to sign up for when he was going to help Lamia with these people.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's going to go back to. I'm just going to keep these guys safe and protect. So he's going to be up there doing that.
The longer that you guys have stayed near the wagon, though, you're beginning to feel a little angry, a little tired, a little hungry, a little thirsty, a little inquisitive, a little like your thoughts are a little bit fuddled. You're trying to focus on a conversation with each other. You're trying to come up with a plan, but there feels like there's this persistent kind of disruption, a noise, a inconvenience of noise that slowly builds and then fades, slowly builds and fades. And this power feels like it's emanating from this wagon. It feels... This is when you begin to realize, Bludgeon, this is no illusion. And for you, it's a little disconcerting that it mentioned the blood of a Vasselheim warrior. That definitely kind of tugged at your brain a bit. Keeps you staring at it with a little bit of inquisitive curiosity. You're beginning to kind of wonder if this thing, was it really on those battlefields? Was it really there? Why did it drop that notion in your mind? Eldira, only a thing that commits death and understands death would be aware that you died. And it seemed very eager when it touched the surface of your mind. For you, Zatina, it just felt like a very large Labrador sniffing at a dead squirrel. Just this feeling that somebody was wondering how best to consume you. Rymick, now that you're back on the roof, you literally feel the weight of that place lift off of you. Like, all the concern is gone, your thoughts are back, this feeling of just feeling as if whatever that thing was, it's not this presence around you anymore. You feel the voices of the ancients back in your own heart. You got to grab at the icon around your neck and mutter some incantations of the ancients to kind of settle your mind and settle yourself.
Not liking the feeling of being a injured rabbit being looked at by a hungry wolf. I'd be like, you know what? It's gonna stay here for at least the rest of the day and tomorrow. We should bring what we found to we should leave.
You think so?
And yes, and I'm going to go to the nearest hole that I came in, and I am going to be like, "Yep, we should leave right now. We can talk outside."
Yeah, as long as we hold the key, I don't believe this thing can go anywhere.
Don't bring this coin anywhere near it, and I'll hand it to Eldira.
We might need Cassandra for this also. If this is something to do with her order.
I'm like, yeah, we need
yes.
to tell Cassandra.
Bludgeon shimmies up the rope to the roof.
All right, I will follow. I'll probably just go out the door. I don't want to climb anymore.
Rob's doing these masterfully escape outside stuff, and she just opens the door and just walks right out.
Eventually, the further you guys get from that warehouse after leaving it, the less you feel tethered to whatever that effect was, whatever that thing was. You also notice that the coin is no longer glowing. There's no physical magical activity of the coin. You get the feeling that the coin and that wagon are linked, and that the desperation of the creature inside labeled the soul drinker as it's etched into the wagon. Now that you guys are away from the warehouse, you're kind of walking on the edge of the promenade. It's now midday. Morning turns into midday as you guys are slowly walking away from the warehouse, mingling back within the promenade, and realizing that entire kind of feeling of overwhelming thoughts and emotion have faded at this point. The coin has returned to a nice, cool, inert version of itself. Those two things are either tied together through circumstance or purpose. You're not entirely sure. But it was in one of the pockets of one of the wardens, one of the Lionel wardens. Why did he have it? What was Padway thinking? What was their intent? Do they even know what they really have? Is the coin a newer discovery and it was meant to be taken to the warehouse for investigation or some other purpose? These are thoughts that are kind of swimming through all your minds as you walk further and further away into the promenade.
So, Bludgeon, that was kind of quite the spectacle display you had there.
That was good. But if you have a giant to fight them when they're sleeping.
I will remember that. But what happened afterwards? You kind of had this look like we were next on your list.
I would never do that. Sometimes you get into a different place.
Well,
And if this wagon was also in Vasselheim, maybe it's part of Bludgeon's past also. Like the coin, like the dragon's egg, maybe they're all linked.
no, I don't know much about. I don't know much about Vasselheim other than the fact that it was a city of many cultures, and but
I don't either, but I think I'll find out.
it would seem like a good thing we could look into, or maybe a thread to follow. Take off that stupid hat.
Why? I thought you said it looked nice on me.
It does look nice on you, but it is cursed. I am telling you, it grows a mouth. It's been smiling at me. That thing is going to be bad for you.
Can I take it off and examine
Maybe
it?
it just doesn't like you.
Yeah, I mean, give me investigation or arcana as you examine it.
Well, I don't like it. either. Feelings
15.
mutual.
What'd you get?
15.
I mean, it looks like a normal hat.
This is not gonna be fun.
All right. Well, I mean, it seems harmless for now.
Mhm. He
Just
just
says
says that,
every person put in a grave.
Mhm. Got a
Just
second
does
shot
that
at
kinda like-
life. Just
you
gonna.
know how like dogs like they breathe through the nose when they. It's like they're not sneezing, but they're like breathing
Yeah.
heavily through the.
They
Yeah,
just
he
huff
does.
through their
He
nose.
does that kind of thing and just like.
Where would you guys like to head off to next?
Back to Lamia's, maybe?
Weren't we going to the temple district at some point?
Well, this wagon is supposed to make its way to the temple district eventually.
Oh.
All right.
Well, now that we know what's in there, is that so bad?
Do we really know what's
Double. I mean. Oh, but it was going to that above table. It was going to that. It was going to that place we met the drunk guy, right?
right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, we have the key, so
We got some
And the
time, leverage time. Yeah.
yeah.
Give me a group insight check, if you would, please.
All right.
Oh, jeez. 8.
11.
I'm gonna roll real dice this time.
1.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey.
Okay. That's the second roll on the same dice, I must say. And the
That's,
last roll that I did was my nat 1 death.
Nice.
It felt
So,
bad. It felt bad. So it was like, I'm gonna give you a 20.
Bludgeon, what'd you get for your insight check?
11.
11. And Rymick, what'd you get?
8.
8. And Zatina, what'd you get?
Roll the natural 1. For 3.
Yeah. Where I put that?
Eldira's insightful.
Mm-hmm.
It's one way of putting at it.
I'm traumatized. by that.
With that insight for you, Eldira, you're starting to put a few pieces together. Cassandra's mention of trying to find something that was stolen from her order. It's quite possible that might mean the coin that you guys have acquired. Another thing you begin to piece together, you're not entirely sure that Padway understands what she's stolen. She obviously paid that brute to watch it because that brute was very expendable. And if either the wagon or someone came looking for it, it wouldn't be too severe of a problem. This feels like somebody stealing and now trying to sell off a smuggled thing that they have, and they've come across something that they think might be connected to it. It just feels almost amateur hour considering how dangerous this thing is. This feels like they're just trying to unload what they think is probably a smuggled item of curiosity. And you get the feeling that without the coin, the wagon wouldn't react like that. And that the coin caused the reaction is what you're picking up on. So they don't really understand what they have, is what is kind of coming and going in your mind with all the evidence that you've pieced together so far.
But I can also understand that it's like not it wouldn't do anything without this key, right?
On that, you need to give me an Arcana check.
With advantage because I got the nat 20.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. With the advantage, it's an 8. I'm not really good at that.
Yeah, I mean, you know that some kind of magic is involved with this thing, but it's a very complex container that's holding a very powerful creature. So you're not entirely sure how this all works.
All right. Well, good news and bad news. I believe that they don't know what they have. Bad news. It's iffy whether or not it's going to remain in that state, even if we have this coin or not.
Should we experiment and just approach it without the coin?
Don't know if we want to experiment on it.
We can just poke it with swords.
I'm honestly at a loss of what to do. Perhaps we might be able to consult an expert.
Ah,
And out of all the people that we know,
ooh.
I know quite one person in particular that would probably be a little bit more knowledgeable about this. Plus, you owe him a date, Legend. Or a dinner.
Well, let's head to the promenade, right?
Yes. Hopefully he can help us.
Eventually, you guys find yourselves standing inside Stefan Gilmore's glorious goods. The familiar artifacts strewn everywhere. Stefan sees all of you come in. Oh, excellent! Come back to spend more of your money with me, have you? Oh, and you've brought a little gnomish wizard with you. Hello, little child. You are adorable. I just want to pinch your nose. Sorry, I get very nostalgic for gnomes. I apologize. Have you ever been to a gnome tossing party? It's quite fun.
Are you supposed do you take offense to that?
Just trying to decide.
Oh, not you, of course. You're far too, well, wizardly. Let's brought the four of you back to my shop. What can I do for you?
Have you ever heard of an armored wagon that doesn't use horses? It travels by itself and might be a part of Vasselheim, or it might not.
Oh. Don't tell me you have one to sell. That sounds fascinating. Give me a moment. Let me check my uncle's journals, if you would, please. He kind of walks over to a particular set of bookshelves and starts going through. Any other information you might be able to share with me as I try to narrow this down?
It's an armored wagon of a sort.
Oh, well, you did mention that previously. Any other information that might be helpful?
It might be called the Soul Drinker.
Oh, a
It's heavily
wagon with a
warded.
name. Heavily warded?
No, it's heavily warded. There was something inside called the Soul Drinker. Soul Drinker.
Oh, interesting.
It might have been at the Battle of Vecna.
Oh, that helps me tremendously. My father's journals about that time period are quite precise, or my uncle pulls the books down and sets them on the counter. And let's see here. Oh, did it look like this? And he spins the book around, and there's a perfect colored illustration of the wagon in the journal.
That
Oh
is
my
There's-
God.
There's also a group of individuals referred to as Vox Machina, kind of illustrated into the book as well. And there seems to be a series of writings that are not of Gilmore's handwriting, because the writing that's written in there is signed Percy DeRollo at the end of it. And Stefan then begins to read the journaled entry. Oh, this is definitely not my uncle's writing. whoever wrote this is far too intelligent to be my uncle. Anyways, so let's see. It would appear that in the host of creatures that Vecna brought with him was an increasingly amount of sourced demonic figures. With the help of the Cobalt Soul and an order unnamed, they developed a device upon which we could contain these creatures with. It is called a Doom Wagon. Within this Doom Wagon, we are able to contain up to 12 creatures of infernal and fiendish origin and keep them from doing harm until we can decide what to do with them. From what I understand, the different orders and temples and the high bears of Vasselheim have contracted for the construction of 12 of these wagons. And each of these wagons will contain many of the different, more powerful creatures that we were unable to destroy. While Scanlan seems to think this wagon should be able to contain these things, it is with great concern that I reiterate that things of such evil nature can never be fully contained, no matter how hard you try. Each one of these will be sent to the different orders that will be responsible for them until the Cobalt Soul can figure out what to do with these. Signed, Percy DeRollo, our year of divergence, 837. Which would be approximately maybe 70 years ago, 60 years ago, hard to tell.
So
And
Sorry,
perchance, if we-
847, 55 to 58 years ago.
And perchance, if someone happened to come across one of these, what would be the best solution for it?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't often read these journals. Usually they're filled with gibberish. My uncle saying how much he loves some young elvish man and something in regards to how he never felt like he was fully paid for all of his endeavors.
Hmm.
I would imagine if you do come across a thing, the only remaining priestess of any semblance of what to do would probably be Lethwin in the park of the fount. She is by
Oh, it's
far the
been a while.
most. Yes, she's by far the most. How shall we say? Well designed for such questions.
Right. Well, perhaps we continue the scavenger hunt. Yes. Thank you, Stefan. You've been
Oh,
a major, massive help. And what do you think of my new hat?
Oh, it's excellent. Would you like me to tell you what kind of hat it is?
Oh,
Yes, yes.
actually.
It's
Well,
It's us.
it is called. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where did you?
Yes,
go?
the truth will come out.
It's called
believe
cursed
me.
item. Just call it cursed item.
Ah, no, it's not technically cursed. It is called. I thought I left the note in the proper place, and of course I've misplaced the note now. Where did it go? Give me 1 second, because it actually has a legitimate name. And it's in
Devil hat.
the.
Devil hat.
Oh, is it in the lower guide? Maybe it is in the lower guide.
the hat of mischief.
Mischief hat.
Oh. No, that can't be it.
Is it a hat of osmosis?
Yes, that's it.
Osmosis?
Yes,
Okay.
the hat of osmosis.
Ooh, okay. I'm taking that and putting it in my inventory.
You
Osmosis.
see, if you happen to be a clever rogue of sorts and you need to dispose of evidence quite quickly, you merely tap the hat, its mouth opens, you toss in what you would like it to dispose, it chews it up and makes it disappear.
You don't say.
Oh, no, I did just say
What
that.
I've been seeing on that hat. Toothy grin, weird looking tongue, eating shit, smiling at me. It's cussed.
It's quite a simple enchantment. I can take it off your hands if you find it too difficult to maintain. It's quite harmless.
No. Just me knowing that I was right is good enough.
Oh yes, that's true, Ramek. Knowing that one's right is quite relieving and full of energy.
He squints again at Eldira. Yes.
Well, I mean, we might be able to dispose of a coin or two, right?
Can you tell it to stop smiling at me? It's very freaky.
Oh, it's not true sentience. I'm sorry. It's reacting to points of stress and concern about being. Were you being stealthy or sneaky at any given time while wearing the hat?
Yes. Quite.
I was reacting to that concern.
Hmm.
Probably thought you were about to be caught or something, and offered up its services at any nearby item or thing that came in contact with it. Could be quite handy if you find yourself getting into a little B&E and you need to get rid of evidence.
How do you get yourself in a B and an E?
Breaking and entering is the term, Rymek.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
But before you leave, I'm now curious. Where did you see this wagonette? You have such specific inquiry and specific description of the wagon.
Oh, we're just following a little history of Bludgeon and Valsheim, and he remembers seeing such a contraption, and we just wanted to see if there was a connection. That's all.
Ryan,
Right.
give me a deception check if you would,
God
please.
damn it! What is with these rolls today?
They're terrible.
Wait, no. Okay, it's a 7. So that's a 9. It's a 9.
Of course. Just happened to be making inquiries about Bludgeon's past. Interesting, of course. I'll keep that in mind. Well, thank you for dropping by. Hope to see you again. You guys wander back out into the promenade. Where would you like to
I
go
walk
to
in
next?
front of the hat this time instead of behind the hat, so I don't have to see the freaking smile.
Let's go see Sister Leftwin.
Where was the last one?
Back at the temple where we were ambushed.
Yeah.
No, not that
Are you
one.
sure?
Oh yeah, the first ambush. Yeah, not the
First
second
ambush,
one.
Yeah.
The first ambush.
Can I cast Prestidigitation to make Remick feel like he's got a cloth tongue licking the back of his?
Absolutely. That sounds like such a Drock thing to do. Absolutely. D6 inspiration. That is proper meta.
I just yell out.
Proper
I just
meta.
yell out. Cast hat. That's all I do.
This would be more of a religious thing and not so much of a wizardy thing.
What wizardry thing are we talking, or religiously thing are we just thinking of?
The wagon, I would imagine there wouldn't be.
Well, I mean, the wagon definitely is something that would be divine magic and probably religious history combined. Stefan did mention the Cobalt Soul. The Academy in Amman does have a pretty sizable section of its library dedicated to the Cobalt Soul. There's also a section of the library dedicated to a lot of the most important events have transpired, the solstice, Ludineth's death, Vecna, the Chroma Conclave, all the recently in the last, 50 to 100 years of things that have kind of happened during Divergence. And now we're in technically year 1 of Restoration. So it's, there's plenty of information to look up about it. But it's definitely doesn't feel like traditional arcane magic is involved. It definitely feels like divine magic is mostly involved. You would also know that Sister Lethwin is located at Azalea Street Park. She is responsible for the Fountain of Accord, is what she's responsible for maintaining. That's where her temple is.
And she was killed earlier, then brought back.
Correct. And currently, Cassandra and Lyra are at the temple. Cassandra had delivered fetch to Lethwin, and Lyra had gone in the morning when you guys woke up at the tavern to go check in on what's been going on there.
All right.
All right.
See what we
Let's
find.
head there. See if we might be able to figure out what to do with this cursed thing.
Eventually, you guys make your way through the different streets and pathways of the city. Because you guys have kind of become pretty good at the concern, give me perception checks as you make your way through the city streets towards the central district and towards the park and the fountain.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
12.
18.
9.
Boy, Eldira and Rymek are just babbling on about the wagon. Eldira's like fascinated by it. Rymek's like, fuck that. Burn the hat, burn the wagon.
And I have the observant feat. So it's like
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, couldn't tell you. The dice are just not in your favor tonight.
Not in
Will
my
Wheaton.
favor today. I know.
Yeah. Zatina and Bludgeon keeping an eye out, primarily because you know that the clasp is active. Padway has already sent one assassination squad to the Lethwin's temple. She's also sent another one to the tomb, purposely tracking down Fetch. You do have that sneaky suspicion that you're probably being watched right now, but there's no obvious person that pokes out in the crowd. Whoever's following you is probably being extra careful, and you haven't really taken notice, but there's just no doubt there's someone out there keeping an eye on you. Before long, you find yourself in the central district, and you now find yourself in the interior of Lethwin's temple. It is currently closed. The side door is open. Lyra sees you guys through the windows. She immediately runs out, grabs all of you, takes you into the interior of the temple, shuts the door. There is Cassandra, Lethwin, and all of you kind of gathered up on the altar pedestal. Fetch is secured in the back room of the vestibule. It is now midday, late midday by the time you arrive at the church. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna
Lyra
go
is,
see what's her fate. I'm gonna go because this is the Melander, wrong game. This is Wild Mother, the Wild Mother temple, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to meet up with not her, but the other one, the one that we got the bowl that Lyra was trying to get the bowl or the.
Oh, the little halfling gardener?
Yeah, the gardener, because we
Did you guys ever learn her name? Let me double check my notes.
Did learn her name? I don't remember it though.
I don't remember. I just remember that I smoothed things over with her, and because we both had Wild Mother connections.
Yeah. So you guys watch as Rymek dips out into the garden area. The rest of you inside. Cassandra kind of nods towards you guys, and Lyra's, as always, sitting inappropriately on religious iconography, whether it's the altar or on a nearby statue of the Wild Mother. She's just completely unaware. Oh, the halfling gardener's name is Greenwich. Greenwich Leaf Spring.
So I'll go talk with Greenwich.
All right. While everyone else is inside, you head out to the exterior of the temple, and sure enough, continuing to garden in the nearby gardens, you can see the elder halfling bent over, she's only 2.5 feet tall. And while she's bent over working, she is surprisingly spry for her age, and seems to bound in and out of the garden with no particular challenge or problem.
Wild mother, watch your steps, little one.
Oh, Rybic, what brings you back to my garden?
He sits down kind of next to her and just, oh, well, we've just been dealing with a few religious things and tracking things down, and not a lot of success, I must say. More questions than answers.
More questions than answers. And what questions and what answers were you looking for exactly?
Well, that all depends. I have so many. Why do we keep chasing after some elusive figure that's dealing with a bone? I don't know what's a bone devil, do I? No. Dealing with.
I mean, it would have. I mean, at this point, that description was given to you by Zatina because she read the inscription.
Okay,
so
okay.
Yeah.
Dealing with why he would be cooped up with dealing with a bone devil. Why is bludgeon so eager to kill mercilessly? Why?
Well, I'd imagine most people kill because they're good at it.
No, but there was a look in his eye of almost like a bloodlust that you see in those barbarians. But he's no barbarian. Definitely someone with a past, I would think.
Well, somebody with a past will certainly commission their way of their past into their future. I mean, how well do you know these people that you travel with, Ramek?
I've only known them for a few weeks, which is why I have so many questions.
Well, what brought you together with them?
Business. It was a pay.
Business.
Lamia paid
Some
me to
would
protect.
some would call that business fated. You do know who the fates are, don't you?
Yes.
The 3 champions that wander the concern of chaos, guide men, women, and others in and out of what they thought was preordained or destined or accidental. The fates are always watching, Rynick. It's in their nature. They can't help but put their fingers into many pies and see what happens. One might even say it's their purpose. Of course, it's only if you believe in such things. Your people believe in ancients, do they not, Rymek?
No, that they do.
And what would the ancients tell you about what your involvement is, what you're getting yourself into?
Oh, they would probably tell me to keep myself grounded while walking with one step in front of the other.
Well, Lyra's predictable as much. Bludgeon, I think, has a problem with his memory, if I last recall the conversations that were going on. Eldira, well, there's a darkness there that I don't even think she's fully aware of yet. She's got a smell of curiosity, and curiosity often gets people killed.
Again.
Tell me, what do you think you would do if you felt a sort of protective nature towards someone, but your ancestral home was calling you back? What would you do?
That's a good question, Rymek. Well, I would imagine that if you feel protective of someone, that it's important that that feeling is not ignored. Perhaps the ancient ones are channeling through this person. Perhaps this is a test. Perhaps this is the way that the ancients communicate with you, trying to figure out, are you worthy of their continued whispers? Perhaps this is an opportunity for you to prove yourself before you go home.
A trial of sorts.
I think a trial has a predetermined outcome. Protecting someone from their own stupidity is something that could go on for a long time.
I knew it would be good to speak with you again. What was her name again? Which something?
Greenwich Leaf.
Greenwich? I knew it'd be good to see you again, Greenwich. And he kind of like gives her a little hug.
Oh, thank you very much. My. She sniffs at your clothing. Why do you smell of brimstone?
Yes, that one of my unanswered questions dealing with bone devils.
Oh, you do realize what brimstone means when you smell it.
Means you've been around devils?
Brimstone is the smell of their world, of course. A smell very particular of where they come from.
But I wasn't in hell.
Oh, well, you were certainly near something that was. I can smell the faint odor of something very malignant and evil. Your surface thoughts are curious, Rymek. Very curious. You're a bit anxious. Something has clearly frightened you to a point where you're very uncomfortable.
Oh, that was just a hat. We figured it out, though.
I'm not going to make you do deception on that because that's kind of true. Yeah. It's just a different kind of truth. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool.
I have something from you. So I'm gonna do one of those Ocean's 11 moves. And
Oh, good lord.
yeah, when we were actually in the under the tower with the drunken guy, I swiped a bottle of his wine. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
throw a
yeah,
little
that's
bottle
right.
of his wine
Yeah.
and see like thought you might like this for when you're not working.
Oh,
It had
excellent.
an
vintage.
earthy smell to it.
Yeah, good vintage. Very fine wine. Thank you very much, Rymek. You know what? I will give you something in return. Take this. And she hands you this little tin with a kind of beeswax residue inside of it. It's a healing salve. It has 3 applications. If you're in a pinch, rub it on your wound, and you get 1d4 hit points back.
Oh, you're too kind.
Oh, no, it's the least I can do. It's a natural remedy, of course.
Well, I won't waste any more of your time. Hopefully I'll come see you again soon.
Of course, Rymek, of course. Always here, always gardening and harvesting the good stuff. By the way, your friend Bludgeon, you seem to mention that his mind is lost from time to time?
It was weird. I've seen bloodlust before. It just reminded me of that. I'm not sure that's what it was, but it just reminded me of that.
She looks around and reaches into her pocket, make sure no one's watching. And she pulls out a single tiny little mushroom and she hands it to you. Perhaps a voyage of discovery for him is required. Give this to him in a bit of tea.
Oh God!
Let's see if it helps. Just a thought. Just a thought.
He kind of smiles, or kind of laughs a little bit, chuckles.
Yeah, like you watch her as she takes one out of her other pocket and pops it into her mouth. And that's when you realize this whole time you've been talking to her, one of her eyes are so blown out from dilation. Like her left eye is like a giant black marble, and her right eye is perfectly normal. She's probably been high this whole time she's talking to you.
Great. Well, he'll do a little bow and he'll say, "Wild mother, watch your steps." As he heads back to the group.
As you come back into temple, everyone is kind of sitting in a school circle around Lethwin. Lethwin looks over and sees you, and she acknowledges you coming back in. Ah, good. Come back, Ramek. Please, have a seat. Allow me to tell all of you a story of the Crimson Bride and the Three Fates. And she stares at all of you. She's got a book in hand, and on the front of the book is the outline of a tree, as well as the images that recently Bludgeon had been making some investigations about. The Three Fates and the Crimson Bride took place a long time ago in Vasselheim during the Battle of Vecna. And that's where we're going to finish tonight. When we come back next week, we will learn a good chunk of backstory. We are good for next week. We should have everybody back. We should have Sam back, and I know Callista will be back as well. Everybody who was watching, you guys go ahead and linger so we can talk about the schedule. Everybody else, thank you so much for coming out and watching and listening. You can head over to my website for more information. You can find us on Spotify. You can also find us on YouTube. We got lots of our back episodes as well. Be safe, be kind. Don't forget to play a game, and we'll see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
A shadow stirs on the mountain high. Whispers dance where the eagles fly. The earth it hums, a warning cry. The world awaits the break of dawn.